So, we are from PI0X0S15, Group 4, will make an awareness video for our biology mini project, which is biodiversity. Do you know what the meaning of biodiversity? You don't know? Let me tell you. So, biodiversity is a short for biological diversity, which is the variety of all living things and their interactions together. So, biodiversity will change over time because an extinction will occur and new species evolve. Do you know what the new species evolve? Please let me know in the comments. So, there are three types of biodiversity that scientists always talk about, which is specific diversity, ecosystem diversity, and genetic diversity. So, why do you think the biodiversity is important to us? Each of the species and organism will work together in an ecosystem to maintain balance and support life. So they will provide us such as food, medicines, clean water, and shelter.
Let's move on to the next part. Do you know what benefit we get if we preserve our biodiversity? You don't know? Let me tell you. Awareness of biodiversity brings several benefits, both for individual and society as a whole. First and foremost is conservation of ecosystem. Understanding biodiversity highlights the importance of protecting various species and their habitats, ensuring ecosystem stability and resilience. Next is sustainable development. Awareness fosters responsible use of natural resources, leading to sustainable agriculture, fishing, and forestry practice that minimize harm to the environment. And the last point is health benefit. Diverse ecosystems contribute to human health by providing medical plants, clean air, water, and pollination, which are vital for food production. That's all from me. Okay, so let's proceed to my part. For your information, when there are pros, there will be cons. So, right now, I want to talk about disadvantage if it doesn't preserve our biodiversity. Okay, so first and foremost, lost economic growth. As we know that this park, which is called Taman Botani, is actually one of tourist attractions in Malaysia. So if we doesn't preserve our biodiversity, there will be less attraction, resulting in economic loss. Okay, so for the next one, I'll be talking about loss of medical resources. So many plants have medical properties. Therefore, reducing biodiversity limit potential discoveries of new medicines and the availability of traditional medical plants such as turmeric, ginger, aloe vera, lavender, and many more. Okay, so for the last point, lower air and water quality. As we know that flora contributes to air purification by absorbing pollutants. The absence of diverse plants can lead to poor air quality. Additionally, plants filters and regulates water, so their absence can affect water quality and availability.
And lastly, how to maintain our biodiversity. First, habitat preservation and restoration. So the action that we have to take is preserve native plant species and restore areas that have been degraded. For example, in Taman Botani, they are establishing zones in the garden that represent different native ecosystems, such as rainforests, wetlands, and grasslands. This creates a sanctuary for native flora and fauna, ensuring that these species have a safe habitat to thrive in. Secondly, is by protecting endangered species by cultivating them in the garden and providing suitable habitats. For example, in Taman Botani, they grow rare and endangered species of plant that are native to Malaysia, such as the Rafflesia and Nepenthes species, helps ensure their survival and prevents them from becoming extinct in the wild.
Botanical garden or Taman Botani is the perfect example for ex situ conservation in Malaysia. By the way, what's the meaning of ex situ? Ex situ is basically means away from its natural location. For example, botanical garden, zoos, and aquarium. Actually, the purpose of ex situ conservation is to protect endangered species by removing part of the population from their natural habitat and placing them in a controlled environment. Let me show you a few types of plants that can be found in Botanical Garden Putrajaya.
Okay, so lastly, if we doesn't have enough organism, animals and plant in our daily life, in our world, there will be insufficient amount of air for us to breathe and also food for us to eat. So it will cause to unbalanced ecosystem. Okay, so without a widespread of animals, organism and also plants, it will actually we will have an insufficient amount of air to breathe and also food to eat. So the young generation need to have awareness so that it will not threaten our global food securities, and also we will not have any problem when we want to develop a new pharmaceutical product, since some of the disease need to be healed by a herbal plant. So if the young generation doesn't care about the biodiversity, this plant will extinct. So when it's extinct, it will actually give us trouble to the future disease that is coming to us. And I would like to add some more, which is the young generation actually this awareness is important to the young generation, and this nowadays generation need to play their role by giving talk or maybe expose the young generation to the importance of biodiversity, so that they can also they and the next others generation can see the beautifulness of this biodiversity. So thank you for watching our videos. That's all from us.
Hello, I'm Nasria and Putri Sama.